Hello, and welcome to the 20th episode of Footnotes. I'm here to recap the most ravishing ideas from around Wired. First up today, mermaids, the most beautiful things in the ocean, unless you can see the bottom half of them, which is all scaly and gross. This came up in Raw File's recap of their favorite viral photo projects of the year, which included a piece on professional mermaids at a Florida amusement park, shown here getting ready for a fencing match, apparently. In various cultures, mermaids can be a force of either good or evil, but none seem to give a damn about not swimming for a half hour after eating. Obviously, they're nothing more than legend, but that didn't stop Animal Planet from releasing a documentary earlier this year pretending that they were real. Apparently, Animal Planet has redefined animal to include creatures that only exist if you're a drunk sailor. In reality, supposed mermaid sightings have typically either been dugongs or manatees, which belong to the order Sirenia. This group of animals takes its name from the sirens of Greek mythology. These were foul temptresses who lured sailors to rocky deaths and who woke me up in the middle of the night when I lived near a hospital a few years ago. And indeed, mermaids are closely associated with the sirens. Except sirens are usually on shore because they're afraid to get all pruny in the ocean. So remember, sirens, always bad. Mermaids, sometimes bad, sometimes good. Animal Planet, never to be trusted again, unless you're a drunk sailor. Up next, hybrids that really exist and that therefore actually belong on Animal Planet. In the December issue of the magazine, we're introduced to the plight of an endangered pupfish, which could be saved by breeding it with a similar species. This would of course be a totally awesome story when their grandkids ask them how they met. Such a hybrid would join a multitude of other somewhat freakish animal amalgamations, both human-bred and natural. So we have the zedonk, a cross between a zebra and a donkey, and the wholphin, the offspring of a false killer whale and a bottlenose dolphin, which is a pretty self-confident hybrid, though it's somewhat embarrassed by that nose. The dolphin can mate with the false killer whale because, like the orca, the latter isn't a whale. It's actually a dolphin, and the bottlenose thinks it has really pretty eyes. Also of note is the kama, a cross between a camel and a llama. This was discovered by Boy George, who found several of them hanging out with a chameleon. Hybrids often turn out to be sterile, and thus will not proliferate as a new species in the wild. As it happens, Homo sapiens may have once bred with the Neanderthals, so we humans could technically be hybrids. If this is true, mermaids are in fact double hybrids, part human, part Neanderthal, and part fish, but all woman, and maybe some seaweed.